Hello Trekkies and welcome back with another video of TREKKERPRISE. Well, we made it the 17th of January or the 18th of January for us, for the UK fans. It finally arrived and we finally got to see the first episode of Season 2 from Star Trek Discovery, the episode titled Brother. Well, this is the moment we all been waiting for. The episode was absolutely amazing. Well, okay, there's a couple of things that we kind of have to talk about and we have to talk about. But the episode itself was really good. It wasn't as good as the first season premiere because that was quite new, that was quite interesting, intricate and dark and still hopeful, but you know, it was a really different take on what we knew about Star Trek. This episode though, I really liked the beginning when they showed like briefly what happened in season 1 and then you know the tension going on with the Klingons and how everything happened to building up these events that, you know, come to conclusion when the Enterprise arrives to Discovery, and then the whole story begins in season 2. Before we jump into anything more, I do have to say that I love this episode. Okay, I liked this episode. It's not gonna be my most favorite season opener, but it was definitely a fun to watch. That mainly because of Captain Pike and obviously of the characters that we got to know from season 1. And we all love them, we all love them because they are adorable. In this episode there's a lot of things happening. Obviously we have Burnham's childhood flashback memories that we got to see through the episode, that when she first arrived to the Sarek family and then she get to more closer to Amanda, and obviously her interaction with Spock at the very beginning, it wasn't really there. So it was really interesting to see this aspect of Spock. It was really interesting to see this aspect of their relationship as well. From the beginning of the episode, when they've been in the bridge and Sarek and Burnham was a tiny bit off, I did notice that they've been bothered by the fact that the Enterprise showed up because, yo, I know it's my son and it's your brother, but I don't really want to see him. Really interesting to face this reaction from them, and I don't know where we're gonna end up having this kind of relationship going, and kind of this father-son relationship plus brother-sister. What happened? What's the tension between these people, and what's exactly happening in that family? Obviously we got to see Captain Pike as well, who I was really looking forward to, and Anson Mount is an absolutely brilliant take on Captain Pike. He did a fantastic job portraying this character. Obviously we did not know and we don't know much about Captain Pike. The first interaction with Captain Pike and the crew, it was a bit interesting, and I did feel that Captain Pike was like, you know, being in the flagship of the fleet, he had this authority to, yo, okay, you don't know what you're doing here, so I'm going to take over everything and I'm going to do whatever I need to do. But on the other side you have the Discovery crew and Michael Burnham and Saru, and hey, you know, we are a crew, we know what we do, and you should have to trust us we have to work together. That's why we are here. The story itself, that they went into this asteroid field and they went into to find out, to investigate this red dot, I got really intrigued by, and I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen with the rest of the 7 dots. It was really cool to see the maneuver and how they actually went down to the asteroid with the away team. I did not really like that guy who was the science officer in the Enterprise. I'm not saying that I'm happy that they killed him, but yeah, he didn't really belong there. We got to see Reno as well, the engineering of the Reno, the engineering of the Hiawatha, was really interesting as well. Really enjoyed her character because she came across as a kind of a, yeah, I'm kind of Scotty in a field of no man, and you know, I had to do what I do, so she kind of fixed the ship as much as she could, and she kind of fixed the crew as well as much as she could. So she's a really interesting character. I'm really looking forward to see her more on screen. She looks like a really good addition to the Discovery crew. So far I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen with her too. She was really ingenious, I have to say. I mean, keeping the machine alive, the humans alive, thinking that they are machines. It's not uncommon with engineers that they, you know, they can read people. So it was really sweet thing to see from their side, and it kind of reminded me of the episode from Deep Space Nine, the Battle of AR, I think 559. You know, they were just like stranded in that asteroid and not knowing what's gonna happen. She was without support from the Federation and from Starfleet, so she kind of had to do her own thing, and so it kind of felt a similarity between these two episodes. Obviously in this episode we got to see quite a few things that we got to see in the trailer, so a lot of clips what we've seen in the previous trailers, they actually originated from the first episode, so it wasn't really as new as I thought, but obviously it was still interesting to watch this episode, and it was really uplifting, and memorable moments definitely. Captain Pike is hilarious, I must say. He's a really interesting character. I'm not gonna go into deep details, but a couple of Easter eggs and references that I quite enjoyed in this episode. Obviously when Burnham went into Spock's cabin, we got to see the harp that Spock was playing in the original series, so that was hanging in the wall. That was a really neat addition to Spock's cabin. The other thing that I really liked in his cabin is the kind of fence looking wall separator that actually originated from the original Enterprise engine room, and many from the corridors as well, so it being used, that kind of material, that kind of wall separator was used in many ways along the original series ships, so it was really neat to see that was incorporated. One of the biggest and one of the saddest Easter egg in this episode, for me at least, it was the ready room scene when Pike picked up a piece of paper from the floor. It has a code in it, and it was regarding to the cage itself. If you don't really know much about Star Trek, if you don't really get the reference, it might just gonna be a short you know, quotation from somewhere in a fortune cookie. But for long-time Trekkies, if you're familiar with the cage itself, the first episode that Captain Pike was in it, we got to see Captain Pike going into a cage, and the episode titled The Cage, so it was a really neat callback to the official the original pilot of this whole franchise. Obviously it was quite sad because we all know what happened with Captain Pike in the original series, how he ended up in that wheelchair, and how he ended up in Talos 4. Masquerading himself as, you know, he's young himself, but he was really disabled and just ugly. So overall the episode was really cool. I really enjoyed every moment of it. I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen with everyone. I do have to say that Tilly was a bit annoying in this one, but she was maybe too excited. Maybe she was too excited of being an ensign now, not just a cadet. And I'm worried about Stamets, who's surprisingly leaving Discovery. We don't really want him to leave, so he should not leave. And Tilly should be a bit more or less enthusiastic as well. Yes, overall it was a fantastic episode. I really loved it. There was really good moments as well. There was quite a few Easter eggs, and I think it really brought back a little bit of a Trek as well, Trek feeling into season 2, in this first episode of season 2. So I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen next week when we're going to see the next episode, and I'm really looking forward to hear your opinion and your take on this episode in the comment section below. So as always, please let me know what you think about this episode in the comment section below. I'm just repeating myself now. So please let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below, and let's start a discussion on season 2 first episode called Brothers from Star Trek Discovery. I'm really looking forward to have a discussion with you guys in this episode about this episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness every week. And until next time, live long and prosper.